Hi, we're gonna start with lip syncing and it's gonna be short because I don't want to splice this and take the time in iMovie. So here we go. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. Oh, we did what we had to do. Forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Okay, so now that that is just out of the way, we are going to do March's vlog. I'm Nina from Flowers in My Hair. I'm not wearing any flowers in my hair, but I do think that I'm a pretty good lip syncer. That one was kind of hard because I had to coordinate a bunch of stuff, so it wasn't my best. I don't think. I haven't watched it, but we'll see. So we're going to get right to it because I don't want to make this super long for you guys. The first question is, so now that I'm a co-host, after this month I get to help decide the questions, but I didn't get to decide these questions. This was before my tenure. So the first question is, quote your favorite line from a book, movie, or show. So my favorite line is from an old movie called The Philadelphia Story, and it has Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and Jimmy Stewart in it, and so it's an amazing movie, and don't let it turn you off that it's in black and white, but it is a line from that, and Cary Grant says it to Katharine Hepburn, and he says, "You'll never be a first-class human being or a first-class woman until you've learned to have some regard for human frailty." So that is my favorite little line from a movie. It's by far and away my favorite. Number two, if you could be any fictional character, who would you choose? Well, there's so many. I mean, I think a really obvious answer would be like Elizabeth Bennet because she's just so gutsy, especially for her time. And look at my earrings. Shout out to Love at the Anna. Love the Ear now because I always say that just for her now. So Elizabeth Bennet would be one of them. Mary Crawley on Lady Mary Crawley and Downton Abbey would be another one. But basically, I resonate a lot, which is crazy because I come from a really like passionate family where we say what we mean, but I resonate a lot with women who are kind of always sarcastic, always go for the sarcastic ones, and not, I guess, always easily liked. Elizabeth Bennet is one, but like I wouldn't say that Blair Waldorf is my favorite or that's who I would want to be. But she's like the type of character like Larry Mary Crawley in the first few episodes of Downton Abbey. She is not someone that you like, but I was like, I like her. She doesn't really care that her fiance but she didn't love him, died in the Titanic. And so I like those types of characters. I like complicated characters. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like brunettes, but there's a lot of blondes that I love too. Okay. This is why my videos are long. I'm so sorry. It's already 4:20. What was the last movie, show, book that made you cry or tear up? This is super easy. The last show that made me tear up is Parenthood, even though I'd seen it. I mean, I usually have something in the background when I'm just doing things like blogging, and so I usually put a show that I've seen before, and recently it's been Parenthood. Parenthood makes me cry no matter how many times I've seen it. I got my mom hooked on it. I literally text her almost every day, and I'm like, so when was the last time you cried? The last movie that made me cry, gosh, I haven't seen a movie in a really long time. I have no idea. The last book, I mean, I could look at my Kindle and it would tell me really easily. The last book, shoot, this is why people just look at the questions beforehand, because otherwise you do things like this and people are like, we don't care. Guess I haven't cried in a while. I would say the last book I cried when reading was I was rereading parts of Carry On Warrior by Glennon Doyle, who I think is amazing, and it's actually going to be on the blog soon. I read it so long ago, I gave it to everyone for Christmas, but I do reread parts of it because I think it's a great book for bloggers to read. So, yeah. Sorry that took a little bit of time. What's my least, or okay, so what's my favorite movie? I would say The Philadelphia Story is up there. I would say The Godfather 1 and 2 is up there. Casino Royale, I don't know why. Like, I just named 3 really classic, like, top-notch films that are probably in, like, the top 100 films of all time. And Casino Royale is a great movie, but I wouldn't say it's, like, of the caliber of the other ones. But I would say that is one of my favorites. I There's another movie that I'm like embarrassed to tell you that if it's on TV, like I just have to watch it. And it's a TV version, so it's like very toned down. But if Casino is on, like I just can't turn it off. I don't know if it is because it's Robert De Niro. I don't know. Okay, but I wouldn't say that's one of my favorite movies. So my favorite show right now, I would say Parenthood, Friday Night Lights, Texas Forever, Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, Can't Lose. My favorite book of all time is East of Eden, no question. Which is my least favorite book, movie, TV character, or show, book, whatever. My least favorite movie, I'm just going, I mean, I bet you I have a list, but I would say I really hated the movie Airplane. Like, I just despised it. Book, I love classic literature. I have it on my shelves all over. Um, I reread it constantly. My favorite book is John Steinbeck. I do not like Ernest Hemingway. Don't like him. Feel like there's a lot to learn as a writer from him, but I really just don't like him. Show. I mean, if I don't like it, I don't watch it. I don't have time. I mean, I don't have time. I haven't watched like the last 7 episodes of Scandal, so if I don't like the show, I'm not watching it. Which book, movie, TV character do you relate to most? So I feel like I kind of answered this a little bit already. I can tell you like a really funny story about myself and my obsession with the show Lost. Yeah, the ending, whatever. But I can't pick between. Okay, at the end of the day, I would pick Jack, but I really couldn't pick between Sawyer or Jack. Like, I just, I, I think as a writer, Jack is such an interest. As a writer, I think Lost has some of the best characters on TV ever. Like, I love Parenthood and the characterization is so strong, but with Lost, I was like, you would try to get your finger on the character and what they would do and their motivations, and it was always shifting and always changing. Really well done. Like with Lost, the people who are like, I hated the ending, so I hate the show for the past, watching it for 6 seasons. Listen, it was about the journey, okay? Sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination, and the journey was pretty baller. My favorite actor and actress. My favorite actress, love Michelle Dockery. from Downton Abbey. Just think she's fabulous. Love, I mean, Meryl Streep is, what can you say that hasn't been said about Meryl? Tina Fey, I think, is hilarious. Yeah. My favorite actor? What did I say were my favorite movies? Oh. I think right now it's Kevin Spacey. Because I've watched some of his older movies years ago, and I thought, oh, that's a great actor. But since House of Cards, I have rewatched some of the things that he's done, and I just think he's a really incredible actor. Just not that I think he's so attractive. If you want that one, Ryan Gosling, if that's what you were looking for, but I think he's just incredibly talented. What film book most influenced your childhood? What book didn't influence my childhood? I was obsessed with reading. I literally brought a book everywhere. Every errand that my mom ever had to take my brother and I had a book, and she always said she could set me someplace and I would read. And one time, okay, this is a really quick story. That's what I always say. One time, they had box tickets to a Bulls game. And this was when Michael Jordan was playing Scottie Pippen. They won the 6 championships. Okay, so I was a huge Bulls fan because, you couldn't really live in the Chicagoland area and not be. It didn't matter if you liked basketball or not, you watched. And so they only had enough tickets for, basically the only kid. They could only bring one kid plus all the adults. And they knew my brother was, more into it. I was really into it. And they said that they would buy me this hardcover book that I wanted about this dog if I let my brother go. And I was like, sure. Seriously? I read voraciously. I read things that I probably shouldn't have even been reading at my age. I knew things that I shouldn't have, not that I was reading bad things, but my parents could not keep up with, you just could not keep up with how much I read. I read hours a day. I still do, but as a kid, it was just my escape. It was the best thing ever. I was so cool. No, I was cool. What am I currently reading and watching? So I'm currently rewatching stuff. I haven't caught up on Scandal, haven't caught up on my other shows that I watch. So what I do is when I'm blogging or when I'm doing things throughout the day or cooking, I'll put on a show I've already watched, like Parenthood or Friday Night Lights, so I'm not glued to the TV, but I can clean or be doing other things and rewatch it. And so I've also kind of been rewatching Parenthood with my mom long distance, so just been crying by myself. All by myself. Do you see why I lip sync and don't actually sing for you guys? Okay. What am I currently reading? I just finished Joan Didion's Blue Nights, which will actually also be on the blog soon because I think that she's an incredible creative nonfiction writer / essayist. I probably cried while reading, maybe not, I don't know. Do I prefer books, movie, theater, TV shows? If you could pick one, which would it be? I think I clearly have shown that even though I love the art of a really well done movie or a really well done TV show, and I love getting sucked into a TV show. Like I said, Lost, Friday Night Lights, Parenthood. You could put me in prison. That's okay. Strike that from the record. I'm just saying, if I have books, I am a happy person. If I couldn't read, girl, I don't even know though. So that's it. It was not as short as I wanted it to be, so I'm going to say really quick goodbye. Goodbye. Happy March. I don't know if this goes up. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. And that's it. Thanks so much, guys. Okay.